this lesson is about hoops and thread to use. This hoop is a bamboo hoop. It costs about $1. You can get it just about any hobby shop. It's made of bamboo, some sort of soft metal like tin. When you screw the two sides together, the soft metal bends. This hoop is a German hoop. It's made of beechwood. It has a brass coupling, and you use a screwdriver to tighten it. Your other one, you have to have a pliers because your fingers aren't strong enough to tighten it enough. If you're serious about your needlework and you need a better hoop, this is the hoop to buy. Not the plastic, not the bamboo, the beechwood. This hoop costs about $1. This one costs $1 per inch across from the outside diameter of the inner hoop to the outside diameter of the inner hoop. The bias tape is made by cutting plain cotton fabric on a bias 3/4 of an inch wide, and I roll it up so that I can just move the roll around the hoop rather than trying to pull a long strand through it each time. You overlap the former loop by about 1/4 of an inch and continue all the way around 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, covering the last wrap. And then when you go to stitch it closed, try to stitch it either on the outer rim or on the inner rim, but never on the rim where the outer hoop is going to hit it. In this hoop, I created an example of threads. This is pearl threads from here over. This is stranded cotton from this side over. Most people call it floss, but the proper name is 6-strand cotton or stranded cotton. This is a size 3 pearl, 5, 8, and 12. Your French knots are 1 wrap only, and you can see the different sizes that they come out to be. And this is 3 satin stitches side by side, made with each one of the different size threads. And you'll notice that my needles are larger or smaller depending upon the thread that I'm using. And you should never try to use this fine thread in a big needle. It just will keep slipping out. The stranded cotton, I used a single strand, a double strand, 3 strands, and this is your satin stitch with 3 satin stitches with 1 strand of cotton, 3 with 2 strands of cotton, 3 with 3 strands of cotton. This example here is of, try and get it focused a little bit better. It's a satin stitch that's allowed the 3 strands to curl around each other. This one has not allowed the 3 strands to curl around each other. This tool is called the Embroidery, but you can also use just a large needle. When you're laying your thread, you, hold a minute, you do this, like that, until all 3 strands lay side by side, and then you pull it through. And then it lays very nicely. This is This is stranded cotton, and this is the way you remove a thread. It might curl up, but you just stretch it out and it's fine. Then if you use 2 strands, you make sure the 2 strands come from the same end and go back together the same way. Here I have a thread and a needle, and I lay the thread with my baby finger pushing against it and push my thumb and my forefinger out until I really can't see that anymore. And then I look at my needle and I decide which side of the needle has the larger eye, and I place that between my fingers, and the only place for that thread to go is in the eye of the needle. And you have to put it in the fleshy part of your finger and hold it not too tight, not too loose. Loose enough that the needle can go through with ease, because if you're having to jam it through, you're going to bend the tip of the thread. And that is this lesson.